Hey, it's Chrissy Key Rollins here, and I wanted to share with you about my new 21-day money power shift. And I have a live recording going right now. I have a few ladies that are on the line. Thank you, ladies, for being here with me. And we just jumped over off of Facebook because it just wasn't keeping up with the transmission that I was offering. So we're here doing this new video, and I just wanted to retouch some of the things that we were talking about. So I posed forth this idea, this notion of if you could transform the relationship that you have with money in 21 days, what would it look like on the other side? How would you like for that relationship to be? What would you like your experience with money to be like? And some of the comments that I saw you ladies chatting in were around knowing that there's going to be a consistent flow, feeling relaxed about that flow, and really wanting to have like a hot, sexy relationship with money. And that to me is something that I could really resonate with. When I started to personify money and look at it as just another relationship that I'm building in my life instead of this elusive thing that some people have and other people don't, and I'm destined to not have because of my family or life experience or career choice or whatever it is, everything started to change for me. And I started to feel so much more at peace, relaxed, and most importantly, empowered whenever it comes to money. And I really was just seeking out money confidence. I wanted to feel an unshakable level of confidence whenever I have money, whenever I don't have money, and in my ability to attract money and to have money come in and support me. And if you're just joining us live, welcome. Hey, Sue, I see you just joined on. I'm going to mute out your line. If you're on your computer, use your chat feature and just let me know anything that you want to add to the conversation, or just kind of signal some way, and I'll open up the lines. But in really thinking about this idea of changing money, it really is the inspiration behind this course, because this course, it's not even a course. That's why I'm calling it a power shift. A course implies this is something that you start, you work to a certain endpoint, and you stop, and then you just take all that and just keep on going with your life. This is not a course. This is not a start and an end. This is not another program that adds one more thing to your plate. This is not something that you have been kind of interested in and now it's showing up and the timing's just bad because you got all these other things going on, and how can you possibly give this focus to? That's not what this is. This is an invitation for you to play full out for 21 days as if you have a new experience with money, as if you are in that relationship, and a commitment to yourself to make this a daily focus in your life. And in that commitment of making a daily focus, you could start to have all kinds of stuff start to come up inside of you. Like, but I've done this before, Chrissy. I've tried courses before. And what happens is that I'm really excited and I get into the first day or two of information, and then I lose focus and life takes over. And the next thing I know, I've not finished a course and it's one more thing I haven't completed. And I don't want this to be that kind of experience. I understand. And that's why this isn't that kind of experience. This is a new experience. You aren't who you used to be. You aren't where you used to be. And this isn't what the old paradigm of delivering information, it's not going to follow that model. This isn't something that you show up to knowing that you are lacking and that you need something more, and that this more is going to change your life. This is something that you come to with recognition. I am whole and complete as is, and I deserve to have a different experience with money. And understanding that the only way I'm going to have a different experience is if I change my habits of thinking and being whenever money comes into the room or into my thought realm. And this is just a declaration and a commitment that from this moment moving forward, you are committed to changing that relationship. And that any time that you start to veer off track, or you find yourself in fearful, limiting thinking, or going into your old survival habits with money, that you recognize it. You celebrate that recognition, and you choose to consciously come back and recommit, be it at day 1 or day 5 or wherever you feel called to go back and recommit. This is about loving yourself through an experience. And this is, again, this isn't a start and stop thing. This is an invitation to look at each day different. I'm going to supply you with a daily thought, a daily thought in a way that you can easily integrate it into your day. And I'm going to give you a daily action. That's it. It's going to be simple. It's not going to be, let me set aside 30 minutes so I can finish this assignment. This is, I'm committed. Chrissy's going to give me a daily reminder. And I know that at any time, I can go to my inbox, I can go to the Facebook group, and I can access this information. I can give myself 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes of time to take on a new perspective or be introduced to a new perspective for the day. And then as I continue on into my day and whatever daily activities I have planned, I'm going to allow that thought to come forward as much as possible. And when I catch myself in old thinking, I'm just going to remember to go back to that thought. So this isn't a do in order to get. This is more like an undo in order to allow. And this is a 21-day focus on learning how to receive. So it's going to have a lot to do with money, and it's going to have nothing to do with money at the same time. And this is just a focus on how to take these concepts and apply it specifically to your relationship with money. Just like a lifestyle change. Exactly, Teresa. This is an invitation to step into a new life experience with money. I really hope that this is making sense because it's crystal clear within me. And to me, there was a big shift in how I felt inside myself whenever I thought about delivering this course, because I'm like, my people are overwhelmed. My people have got full plates. My people need money now. And my people, we're so sensitive. We're so sensitive. And it hurts us to start something and not complete it. It hurts us to feel like we didn't complete something or see something through or get it right. And that's why it's so important that we have to open ourselves up to receiving, take on a different perspective around it, because this stuff, I mean, it's going to transform your relationship with money, but it's going to infiltrate through all of your life as well. So yes, it's just like starting Isagenix or any other kind of lifestyle change. It has to be a lifestyle change, because what you've been doing, if you're anything like me, have been these short little sprints, kind of like how you approach dieting, or how most people approach dieting, or how I used to approach dieting. It's like, I see where I'm at and I see where I need to be, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do in order to get to that place. But then as soon as we start to get there, or we actually make it there, we fall back into all the same habits and patterns that we did before, because now we're in a space of having it. So we're not doing whatever it takes to get there. And we fall back into that old pattern, and it slingshots us right back to life as we know it. And that's why you see, you work really hard to get these weight loss goals, and then bam, 3 months later, you gain twice the amount of weight in half the amount of time, and you're right back where you started from. So you have to take it on as a lifestyle change. And when you take it on as a lifestyle change, your life changes, because the style of which you live your life changes. So you are the factor that has to change in this equation, and this 21 days is set up to perfectly support you in this. And we're going to be addressing it all. This is tapping into all the subtle things that are laying beneath the surface. So even as you find yourself attracted, oh, a 21-day money power shift, that sounds interesting, let me check it out. And as you're like entertaining and you're taking in this information, that's what's happening inside of you, is everything that is unlike where it is that you would be at the end of this course starts to bubble up and come to surface. And all these doubts and fears and concerns and worries, they start to come forward. And if you're not aware that that is actually what is stopping your life from changing, you're going to continue to think it's because of the price tag on whatever offer it is that you're looking at, or the number in your bank account, or the number on your scale, or whatever other reason as being the reason why you can't have what you want. And I want to show you that you can have what you want, and that it's up to you to make it happen. So I'm going to deliver the content that you have to take and integrate. And as you integrate it, you're going to be doing the work that nobody else can do for you. I can tell you all day long, oh, just show up, and whenever you find yourself off track, course correct and come back. But I can't make you do that. I can tell you love yourself throughout this entire process, but I can't make you do that. That's the part that you're going to have to do for yourself. And that's why all these other doing in order to get courses when it comes to income creation don't work for you and I, because we're different people. We're sensitive, we're aware, and we don't care about getting rich quick. We just care about having the money to do whatever it is that we feel called to do in this life. And if it can set us up in a position where we can help other people more, bring it on. That's what we're into. So that's why I didn't want to make this like make 1K in 10 days or make you this your $10,000 month, because that's not so exciting. I'm actually encouraging you that if this calls to you, to look at your goal through this 21 days as changing that relationship with money, not necessarily an income creation goal, but I want you to have one of those too, because I want you to look at this as if it's a reality. This is now your truth. What if you live the next 21 days as if this is what your life is like? And that's what this invitation is to do. So I would love to hear from anybody who is here live, anything that is coming to you. Teresa says this is now seeping into your brain. Yes, let it soak in. And that's why I brought it to my mastermind members first. First of all, every month in the mastermind group, we do a week master workshop series. And so it was coming time due for June's master workshop series. And I knew I wanted it to be around expanding prosperity consciousness, freeing money fears and shame, and really getting you into money confidence. So I knew that I wanted to bring something like that to the table, but then this kind of took on a life of its own. And I wanted to go ahead and plant the seeds because I want y'all to be like mentally and emotionally prepared. And I want you to feel the doubt, the worry, the fears that come up as you even just think about committing to this, let alone going through it and being on the other side of it, because that's the sneaky stuff that's holding you back from what it is that you want to experience in your life. And if we're just looking at the outer layer, like, oh, the reason that you don't have money is because you don't have 16 bank accounts set up on where all your money is going to go in the future. There's nothing missing in your physical life. There's nothing happening in your physical life that is stopping you from having an abundant, amazing, super hot, smoking, sexy relationship with money. There is nothing in this physical world that is stopping you. It's all internal. And if we continue to look at do it in order to get, even some of you have said, okay, I'm ready to get started. I'm cleaning out my wallet. I'm setting aside some money to donate. I'm thinking of all those old trainings of what I need to do in order to get. I've got to give without expectation in return. I've got to stay organized and clutter free. All these preconditions as to how you have to be in order to receive, it's all bullshit. In this 21 days, I'm going to bust those money myths. I'm going to help you to understand what receiving is really about. And I'll go ahead and give you a sneak preview. It has to do with you learning how to give to you. And one of the best ways that you can give to you right now, if this is calling to you, is to say yes in investing in this course. And the only reason I have an investment in this course is because I have a clear guidance that if I just give it away, that exchange is not going to be balanced. You're not going to be breaking out of your own patterns. You're not going to be making a demonstration that you are ready to invest in you. And it's not going to work the same as those who have an investment, which is what was so beautiful about all of this. I can bring it to my mastermind. My mastermind members, you're already investing in yourself to be a part of this group. I commend you for that. This is why you do it, for this. So you've made that investment. You don't owe anything further. If you're not in the mastermind, I'm going to ask you to invest for 1 month in this mastermind to access this information, because that's where it's going to be delivered. After that, you can decide, do you want to stay and continue to receive support to further integrate this, or do you just want to take this content and go? I love you regardless. It's totally up to you. But I got very clear hit because the giver in me just wants to give it to y'all. Like, I'm chomping at the bit just to go live and start dropping all this information. But I was given very clear guidance, very clear instructions along with this download of what to deliver, that there has to be an investment. And this has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you and you breaking out of your patterns in the way that you're used to allowing yourself to receive. So don't even think about this as, oh, this is money that's going to Chrissy. Yes, physically it's going to go to me, but energetically, you're giving that to yourself. This is an investment in you. And the top reason that people say no to programs and courses is not because they don't resonate with them, it's because they believe that they can't afford to invest. And I'm just going to dare say that you cannot afford not to invest in this. I mean, it's $33. $33. Find a partner, make it 22 a piece. I'll let you both in for just 44. And because it's not about the money, it's about that energetic exchange and that demonstration of your faith and that breaking yourself out of the pattern of investing in everybody else and not yourself, and giving to everybody else but not you. If you love giving to other people, plug into this and you will tap into an endless source of money, energy, resources, abundance, so that you can be full and overflowing and give to people that much more. Sue says, I can't wait to start. Haha, that was for me. Yes, Sue, the doing in order to get. I see it kind of seeping to the surface. I get it, girl. That's part of what is asking to be purged, to be freed, is to really understand you don't have to do in order to get. All you have to do is to be massively connected to your own value and to be the abundant being that you are and to see life through that perspective, and all of it will begin to shift for you. But I get to guide you day by day, step by step, and just kind of be that little reminder throughout your days that you are worth this investment, you're worth this time and this focus. We build our own walls mentally around money. Absolutely, Teresa. I look at it like those old sayings from the Bible. You know, those bushel baskets get put over our light, be them from ourselves and our own self judgment, society, and trying to, however you want to finish that blank, keep us in our place, keep us disconnected, keep us always looking outside ourselves for the answer. However you want to look at it, but I'm here to say boldly that now is your time. If this is calling to you, again, I got this directly in this download. If this is calling to you, now is the time. And if this is calling to you and you're getting immediately run over with all the fears, doubts, reasons why you can't do this, why it would be irresponsible for you to take that $33 and invest it in yourself, whatever it is coming up, that is proof that you are ready for this, because that is your intuition pushing forward immediately what is in the way so that you can see that it's there. So sit with yourself, find out if now is the time. If you really are ready to receive, plug into this course. And if you're not, love yourself. And it's okay, babe, because I was scared for a very, very long time. And I know that I had people showing me the way around me and I wasn't ready, and that's okay. It's okay. You focus on building your confidence in yourself. And when you're ready to take this step forward, this is going to be an ongoing offer. It's just, I want to do one run through in the course before I launch this out as a pay for course. So win mastermind group. Y'all get to be my guinea pigs. Anybody who's interested gets this extra low introductory price. I get the benefit of knowing that I've got a really seamless system that's going to go out there whenever I do put a bigger price tag on it. And I'll get lots of beautiful testimonials, because I know you ladies and guys, whoever feel called to do this work, it's going to be so powerful for you. It's going to be really great. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I have to say. What I'm going to do, I'm going to unmute all the lines. So if you're here by phone, and if you're here by phone and you know you're in a noisy place, you can go ahead and immediately mute yourself back. But I'm just going to open up all the phone lines. So if anybody wants to speak out, I would just love to hear how this is resonating for you. If you have any questions about anything that I've said, if anything's coming up that you want to share, you can chat it in, or you can just speak it out. I just unmuted the lines, and I'm just going to take a quick glance over my little notes here and see if there's anything else that I wanted to touch on. And I thank all of y'all for being here live and hopping over here when Facebook couldn't handle it. Yeah, this is one of my notes. This is not just about creating income. So if you haven't started a business yet, or you don't have a business going, it's okay. This is perfect for you. This is about attracting money in all ways in your life, be it through other people, other avenues, other sources. It doesn't have to be business focused, but if you are an entrepreneur, especially if you're a sensitive, conscious entrepreneur like myself, this is going to be extremely beneficial for you, for sure. And I do invite you to really get in touch with the fact that this is what you've been praying for. It's what you've been praying for. And the answer is here for you. So now the question is, do you allow yourself to receive it? It's not going to go anywhere. It's still going to be around. And I'm not the only person who's bringing it. There's other sources as well. I just know that I got this calling to do it now, and that the people who come across my path who feel ready now, that what I bring through will be specifically for you. So I can definitely attest to that. But just know, I like to cover all the bases. You're not going to get less love from me regardless of what you choose. That's for sure. Yeah, I think that those are my main things. I'm going to have a sales page, which I'll drop a link just as soon as that's up. If you want a sneak peek, you can go to holisticrestoration.com, /21, the number, day, money, power shift, and there's just a little hyphen between each of those words. You can take a sneak peek at it. I've got all the sales copy up just to let you know really what it's going to be focused on. We're going to be focused on clearing money blocks, healing your relationship with money, expanding your prosperity consciousness, freeing up your money fears and shame, up-leveling your inner and outer game for consistent client and income attraction, gaining money confidence so you can have confidence in attracting it, having it, not having it, full of money confidence. Understanding money and attraction mindset, getting over your anticipation of the other shoe dropping. Oh my gosh, can I tell you how many of us are really scared? Like that fear of once I get successful, then what's going to go wrong? Once I have income coming in, then what's going to come around to take it all away? This is real stuff, y'all. This is not just stories that float through your mind. This is real fears that will hold up money from coming into your life, because that is a powerful emotion, that fear of something happening on the other side. We're just going to work through that. I'm going to give you all the techniques, all the tools. This is all repeatable stuff. So you can take it at your own pace and really let it sink in and really let yourself get saturated with it. I think that that's all that I really had on my heart to share around this. Yeah, and let me say this last part, because this is another note that I had. Desiring money isn't selfish. It isn't, it's just not wrong. It is natural. It's not greedy. It is natural. You deserve, money is what we use to exchange goods, services in this world. It's the agreement that we have as this human race together, planeting along. And yeah, it's something that you deserve. It's yours by divine right. You are a child of the divine royal family. You came here to live an abundant life. And proof point in that is that you desire an abundant life. And you are not satisfied with how life is seeming to you right now. So if how life is seeming to you right now is less than abundant, and you find that to be dissatisfying, it is a cue that you're meant for something more, something greater. And if you feel like this course is something that might help to lead you in that direction, do it. And because I think I am going to use this video to post up about my video, I don't know. I'll just say it this way. If you've made it to this point and you invest in this course, and you find at the end of the 21 days, you consume all the videos, you look at all the handouts, it's not going to be a lot. Don't get overwhelmed with that. They're going to be brief videos, quick handouts, just something to give you something to go back to, right? You consume it all, you don't feel like your mindset or experience with money has changed at all, I'll refund your money. I'll give it back to you. If you come to this course and you're like, Chrissy, this is actually the same exact shit that I've heard 1,000 times before and I've tried it and it doesn't work, you can have your money back. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You want to know why? Because I know without a doubt that if you do this, it's going to work. It's going to work for every single person, because I didn't make this up. This isn't something that I just created. This is just something that I'm being a steward of and passing along. It came from the divine to me, from me to you, divinity to divinity. I'm just paying it forward. So I know it will work. I know it will work. And I guarantee you haven't heard this. Not in this combination. Not in the way that I'm going to deliver it. I promise you. It will be something unlike what you've heard, or it will be different things that you've heard all woven together in a way that you never thought to put it together. And I know that because I heard all this shit for years, and I was integrating and I was implementing, and I get some success and I'd see some changes, but then ultimately still the same struggle, still the unknown, still this push-pull experience with money. See, I don't even know what to call it anymore because it's changed so much for me. But I kept having this push-pull relationship, and I was like, well, something's got to give. All these people, I'm doing all these things, and it's not working for me. Oh, because there's some unseen elements that had to get wrapped in, and there had to be some combining and some interweaving of all these things, and we had to get past just looking on how it appears on the outside and really get deep to what's happening on the inside. And now I'm going to bring that forward. So, okay. I think I've rambled on long enough. I don't hear anybody jumping out. I'm not seeing anything else. Money has created amazing things. Yes, Sarah. Money has created amazing things. And you're at the end of this 21 days, you're just going to be like, dang, how was I not seeing life this way? How was I not recognizing all of this? How was all this slipping underneath my radar? Not anymore. Not anymore. It's all going to shift. And I thank you, ladies, for being here. Thank you for being on the line. Thank you for being an advocate and support of my message and what I'm doing. And let's keep this conversation going. Let's keep it going in the Consciouspreneur Club. If you're ready to hop in, as soon as I do the payment arrangement, I'll get you plugged into the mastermind. You can go ahead and start accessing tons of content. Like, to say there's content in that group is just like saying that there's some water in the ocean. There's so much content in that group. You could spend the rest of the year just trying to soak it all in. It's pretty awesome. And you get instant access with signing up for this course. So I love y'all. Have a beautiful day. See you around Facebook. Thanks for that kiss back, Teresa. I actually heard it because I got you off mute. Bye, sweeties. Y'all have a great day.
You too.